All right, good evening, everybody. As we're about to get ready for Game 3 of the Western Conference Final between the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. This is the first play-by-play call I'll be streaming on this channel. I know I mentioned in the past that it was something I wanted to do eventually, so now I'm finally doing that. Game 3 of this highly anticipated series, and many believe is essentially this year's finals, with both of these teams being superior, at least in the regular season, to the two teams remaining in the Eastern Conference. The Rockets holding the best record in the NBA during the regular season. The Golden State Warriors, winning 2 of the last 3 titles, are the 2 seed. And for the first time in the Steve Kerr era, they do not have home court advantage, but they are here with a tied series looking to take the stranglehold and regain, which I actually already have, to hold on to home court advantage, I should say, in this series. So this will be a really interesting matchup, especially after Game 1. You had James Harden go off, score 41 points. It didn't end up mattering. Golden State was in control, especially in the second half of that game, whereas in Game 2, it was Houston that really took control all the way throughout, scored 127 points in that game, had outstanding performances from PJ Tucker and Trevor Ariza, kind of those role players, those starters that they want to see more of moving forward. And not just that they want to, it's essentially that they have to if they have any interest in winning this series. Golden State, of course, has been unstoppable at the Oracle Arena. This is a team that in the last 4 years, outside of the NBA Finals, has only lost 2 home playoff games. That's just 2 home playoff games that they've lost in the Western Conference in the Steve Kerr era. So certainly something to take a look at. Your starting lineups for tonight: Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker, Clint Capella, James Harden, Chris Paul. No changes there. And no changes for Golden State either. It'll be Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry in the backcourt, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and Andre Iguodala, the famous death lineup starting for Golden State. And that's something that they really haven't done in years past in the playoffs, outside of a few isolated occasions. But this year, it's something that they've been doing a lot. We saw its first iteration of it in the San Antonio series. That was, of course, minus Stephen Curry. But since his return, it has certainly been something that has been implemented more and more as they are looking to really get into a good rhythm. And we are underway. The tip is won by Houston. Paul and Harden will control Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals from the Oracle Arena. Sit back and enjoy as James Harden will take control here. He has struggled from at least 3-point range in the playoffs. Harden drives in, can't get it to go. Capella on the miss will put it back in, and Houston will have the first bucket of the game there. Curry carrying it up for Golden State. Draymond Green now to Andre Iguodala at the top of the key. It's PJ Tucker who's been taking on the tough defensive assignments. He's on Iguodala to start. Curry goes inside to Green. Watched by James Harden. Green, a baseline J, won't go. Rebound is loose and taken by Harden just around 45 seconds in. And this is where we'll start to see Houston, hopefully at least for them, develop some ball movement as Harden goes inside to Tucker. And now to Capella for the throwdown. 2 beautiful passes. First by James Harden with the hockey assist, and then PJ Tucker with the nice speed inside to find Capella. And here is Curry with a quick 3. That won't go. Stephen Curry has only hit 2 3-pointers so far in this series, was held to 1 in each of those first 2 games. He shot 1 of 8 from 3-point range in Game 2. Curry now on Chris Paul. Paul will try 3 over Curry. That won't go. And the rebound is picked up by Draymond Green, who has been the Warriors' leading rebounder. He takes it all the way in, can't get it to go, but a foul was called, and Draymond Green will head to the free throw line for 2. 10:33 to go in the opening frame. But there's another look at that play. Harden to Tucker and then to Capella waiting inside. And then it looks like there was a reach there by James Harden on Draymond Green. So Green getting to the free throw line. Green almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, 11.8 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. And the Warriors, in playoffs or regular season, have never lost a game in which Draymond Green has recorded a triple-double. He will hit both free throws here, 4-2 in favor of Houston. Capella moving it into James Harden, and this starting lineup, when healthy, has been absolutely unstoppable for Houston, at least on the offensive end throughout most of the year. But they don't get enough credit defensively a lot as Ariza goes in and lays it up and in for Houston's third field goal in the first 2 minutes here, 6-2 in favor of the Rockets. It's now Curry guarded by Capella, the mismatch there. Drops it back for Iguodala. Now Curry in the corner, inside, and it's going to be Iguodala with a 360, and he'll lay it up in the paint. 6-4 now. Andre Iguodala with his first field goal. Ariza back to James Harden, briefly double-teamed, and Harden will isolate Curry. Harden gets past him, kicks it out to the corner. It's Paul. Paul moving in on Thompson into the paint, lays it up, can't get it to go, and the rebound for Iguodala. Iguodala back to Green. Green fakes the pass, left wide open, but it looks like we have a stoppage of play here. And take another look at that play by James Harden, just looking to get it out to Trevor Ariza, who usually you don't see put the ball on the ground a lot. And that's something that we started to see a bit more in game two, was Houston varying who are they letting handle the ball. And it was a bit more PJ Tucker and Trevor Ariza getting more opportunities in that regard in game two of the series, as Harden floats inside to Ariza, and he'll lay it up and in again. Trevor Ariza with his second field goal in Houston. 4 field goals so far, and surprisingly, none of them are three-pointers. They've only attempted one so far. It was Chris Paul, and now Iguodala will pull one up. Steve Kerr calling an early timeout here. 9:16 to go in the first quarter. It's the Rockets with an 8-4 lead. All right, back here in Oakland and taking a look at what Stephen Curry has been going through this postseason. Of course, he missed that first series against San Antonio, returning game 2 against the New Orleans Pelicans and averaged 24.5 points a game, shot 44% from three, looked to be back in rhythm, and has struggled in the first two games of the series, as the inbound will go to Draymond Green. 9.25 to go here in the first. Houston 8-4 lead as Stephen Curry will drive into the paint, kick it back out to Iguodala. Iguodala back to Curry for three, and that goes. Stephen Curry from downtown, and he connects on his first three-pointer of game three. I'll bring it back to a one-point game. 8:57 to go here in the first, and taking another look at that, Curry getting by a couple of defenders. A nice play by Andre Iguodala, who had an open look for a baseline too. There's a three-pointer by Harden that wouldn't go. Green the rebound, and Kevin Durant will bring the ball up the floor for Golden State. Capella guarding Durant. Thompson looking to set a screen. It'll be Thompson picking it up with 10 to shoot. Thompson drives inside, lays it up and in. Klay Thompson gives the Warriors their first lead of the game. A beautiful ball fake and a drive from Golden State's all-star shooting guard. And now James Harden looking to get some space. He switches on to Curry. Harden with 12. Handling around. He'll drive inside. Loses it and picked up by Draymond Green. 4-on-2 for Golden State. Green over to Durant, who lays it up and in. And Golden State showing that quick offense. It's 11-8. Pulling up for three is Ariza, who's well short. And another rebound for Draymond Green. And now Durant able to shake Ariza. Durant moving in quickly, and he couldn't get the layup to go. And now Paul will pick up the rebound, and the pace has picked up quite noticeably in the last minute. Ariza fakes a three, will take the ball inside, but he'll turn it over, and it's picked up by Thompson. All alone, Iguodala to throw it down. And Golden State, after the timeout, with a very quick unanswered 9 points, and that one's lost by Gordon and picked up by Iguodala. Durant, Thompson will make his way into the paint, dropping it off for Iguodala, and perhaps a little bit of anxiety there on the ball movement for Golden State. Harden thought about pulling up. Man, there's not a chance to breathe with this pace of action. Durant on Harden. Harden gets past him with the ball fake, lobs it up for Capella, who throws it down, and Houston able to put at least temporary halt to the Golden State momentum. Curry behind a green screen. That one was from Stockton, just a bit short. Paul looking to move inside to Capella. Capella back out. Harden, open three. And that will go. James Harden from downtown, and just like that, 5 quick points for Houston, and we're tied back up at 13. Iguodala moves inside. Draymond Green, an in-rhythm three. That goes. Draymond Green from downtown, and all of a sudden the triples are falling at the Oracle Arena, 16-13 in favor of the Warriors. Both teams 6 of 10 from the field. Moving inside is Eric Gordon getting his first minutes, and reaching in is Stephen Curry, who's called for a foul. 6:27 to go here in the first. And there's just a look at a lapse of attention by Eric Gordon, who was still in communication with Paul and Harden and lost the ball. And that just kind of showing how quickly the pace of these games can go. Ariza inbounding that to Eric Gordon. Gordon moves inside the paint, lays it up and in with a nice left-handed move by Eric Gordon. Clearly the most valuable bench player on what is a stacked bench for the Houston Rockets. Green now to Durant. Contested jumper won't go. And the rebound for Clint Capella. Harden back the other way. James Harden shooting 34% from three-point range. Ariza back to Harden. The strongest shooter so far for Houston from three-point range in the playoffs has been P.J. Tucker, shooting 48%. And now Harden will move inside. That won't go. Ball loose and will be picked up by Green. Durant the other way for Golden State. He turns on the Jets, puts his shoulder down, and that'll go out of bounds. But a foul was called on Eric Gordon with 5:47 to go here in the first. And take a look at Gordon's move on Durant. Beautiful ball fake right there, and ends up going with the offhand off the glass. But Eric Gordon called for the foul right there. Kevin Durant, his first trip to the free throw line, knocking down the first. Of course, this is One of two very entertaining series, and last night the Cleveland Cavaliers blowing out the Boston Celtics to bring that to a 2-1 series lead for Boston. Game 4 of that series tomorrow night as Durant hits both free throws. 18-15 in favor of Golden State. Gordon with a three, and that goes. Eric Gordon from downtown, and he ties the game back up for Houston, and they have it going from long range early on. Now here's Curry on the drive. That will go. Stephen Curry on the layup, and quick offense once again, 20-18, still with 5:20 to go. Inside quickly to Capella, can't get the roll, loose ball. Capella picks it back up, and he's fouled, and Clint Capella will head back, or shouldn't say back, he will head to the free throw line for the first time in this game. A look at Curry just driving in on Capella. Nice ball fake, and he goes with the right hand off the glass, getting Capella up in the air. As Clint Capella will make his first trip to the free throw line. Curry with 5 points. He's 2 of 4 from the field. And here is Capella at the line. Can't get the first one to go. Chris Paul taking a seat for the first time in this matchup. Capella on the second free throw will knock it down. So 1 of 2 at the line for Clint Capella, 20-19 in the game for Golden State. Curry handles around Gordon, shakes the defender, steps back for 3, can't get the bounce, and the rebound will be picked up by Harden. Moving quickly is Eric Gordon. Gordon now, and he has that one blocked by Kevon Looney. Moving back the other way is Durant, who's fouled on his way in. And a nice block right there by Kevon Looney. Trevor Ariza whistled on the foul. And right off the bench, some instant defensive action for Looney. Curry inbounds that to Kevin Durant, 20-19 in favor of Golden State. 4:50 to go here in the first, or 4:52, as another foul has been called. This one on James Harden, and it's on the floor. 16 seconds on the shot clock. And see Mike D'Antoni disappointed. I believe that is Harden's second foul so far. And Curry will move that into Durant, and Golden State will be in the bonus from here on out in the first. Entertaining start here at the Oracle Arena. Durant moves around Harden. Curry will try another 3, and that won't go. The rebound for Looney inside, back out to the corner. Curry another 3. That one won't go. And Stephen Curry has once again been missing some three-pointers that we're used to seeing him knock down. He's hit 1 so far, but certainly some struggles early on for Stephen Curry that we've seen in this series up to this point. Harden in isolation goes off to Gordon, who shakes Thompson. Corner 3, Gerald Green can't get it to go. Rebound loose, and it's picked back up by Ariza. Ariza will bring it out to Gordon. Gordon steps inside, gets fouled. Count it, and 1. Eric Gordon through the contact is able to get it to go, and he'll head to the free throw line. Draymond Green whistled on the personal. And a nice move there. Once again, we've seen this from Eric Gordon the second time in this game, but we've seen this from him before. His ability that is, I think, overlooked in my mind to get into the paint and draw contact. And it was really seen this season when Chris Paul was out and Eric Gordon had to start in his place. We were certainly seeing a lot of that same action of Eric Gordon getting into the paint, drawing contact, trying to get something to the post. And we've seen that early on as he completes a three-point play, 22-20, the score now in favor of the Houston Rockets. 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field for Gordon. Curry now is watched by P.J. Tucker, goes back out to Thompson. Thompson fakes, moves inside, turnaround baseline jumper will go, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds on his way in, so wave off the basket. It's Houston ball with 3:50 to go here in the first. James Harden will bring the ball up for Houston. There's Green, fakes a 3, gets around Curry, moves inside, bounce to Ba Moute, blocked Blocked by Kevon Looney again. He's got 2 in the first quarter. Green bounce pass to Thompson. What a play. Draymond Green with a beautiful feed inside to Klay Thompson, and we're squared up at 22. Harden looking for a Gerald Green screen. Curry switches onto him. Harden from way downtown. That won't go. He was looking for a whistle. Green will pick up the rebound. Durant for 3. No good. And some missed good look three-pointers from Golden State early on. Here's Harden. He moves in on Thompson. 2 of 8 from 3 from Houston. 2 of 7 for Golden State. Harden nearly lost his handle. Still has it with 8 to shoot. Harden back out to the corner. Well guarded is Kevon Looney with Gordon, now less than 5. Gordon may have to pull the trigger. Gordon with another fake. He loses him, scoops inside, and shot clock violation, was not able to get it off in time. And it looks like we have a timeout on the floor, but not after an interesting and exciting start here at the Oracle Arena, tied up at 22 between the top 2 teams in the West. We'll be back shortly. All right, back here in Oakland for the remainder of the first quarter. We're tied at 22 so far between the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. And after a discouraging game 1 for the Rockets, it came out 1 game 2 by 22 points, really dominated and pulled away in that second half. And there's taking a look at Chris Paul and him getting that leg looked at after game 2, but in good condition tonight, averaging 21.4 points a game for the playoffs and 2.1 steals to go 5.8 rebounds and 6.1 assists. a solid postseason for Chris Paul, making his first career appearance in the conference finals at the age of 33. Young bounce pass to Durant, aggressively guarded by Green, who's called for a foul, and that will send Kevin Durant to the line. And Gerald Green vehemently disagreeing with the call right there. As Golden State in the bonus. Kevin Durant averaging 37.5 points in the first 2 games in this series, 6 of 13 from 3. And that had really been the problem for Kevin Durant heading into this series. He was only shooting a little above 28% from three-point range in the playoffs heading into this series, and is shooting a hair below 30%, or 50%, I should say, in this series, as he hits both free throws. Golden State with a 24-22 lead, 6 points so far for Kevin Durant. Paul off to Gordon out there with Tucker, Green, and there was a 3 from Green. That won't go, and Luc Mbah a Moute. Green 0 for 2 so far from three-point range, as Nick Young will bring the ball up the floor. A lot of rotation pieces in for Golden State, along with Livingston, Iguodala, and Looney with Durant. Durant moving in on Green. His shot will go, and that's part of what it is to guard Kevin Durant. You're not really going to get a contest when the contesting hand can only go as high as that man's chin. Paul now watched by Looney. Oh, and he crossed him up. Steps back, can't get the shot to go, but he just broke some ankles as Kevin Durant will head the other way. Pulling up for 3, and he can't get it to go. Rebound loose. Livingston with his hands on, gets it back to Durant, but in the backcourt, so that'll be Houston basketball. 1:33 to go here in the opening frame. And here's another look at that 3 by Curry. And once again, a really good look in the corner, a shot that, we've seen him knock down for years. So far, 1 of 6 from three-point territory in this game, as Chris Paul moves in on Livingston, loses it, and will be picked up by Mbah a Moute, who keeps the possession alive for Houston. Now to Ariza, guarded by Young behind the three-point line. It'll go to Gordon. Gordon now double-teamed and steps out of bounds. That'll be Golden State ball. Eric Gordon losing track of where he was right there. $1:15 to go here in the first. 9 combined turnovers between these two teams so far. 5 for Houston, 4 for Golden State, as Livingston brings the ball up the floor for the Warriors. Livingston over Ariza. Durant nearly lost it. Instead, it's picked up by Iguodala. Iguodala turns around on Gordon. Can't get the roll and throws down the follow. Andre Iguodala getting his own rebound and throwing it down for some old-time flight number 9. Chris Paul now and Kevon Looney, and he draws the foul. 47 seconds to go here in the frame, and take another look at that. Can't get the first shot to go, just rolls off the rim, and Iguodala slamming down the putback. An 8-0 run for Golden State here. Houston's missed their last 4 shots. Paul stepping back on Looney for 3. Can't get it to go. Oh, nice rebound by Tucker, but he wasn't able to finish. And now Livingston will pick it up with around an 11-second difference. Young for 3. Oh, that shot looked like one of mine. Tucker bringing it back. 5-second difference. And now Ariza driving in on Iguodala. Looks like they're going to hold around a 4.5-second difference, I should say. Between the shot clock and game clock, Houston holding for the close to final shot of the quarter. Bounce pass inside, and it's picked off by Livingston. Livingston with less than 10, bouncing it off to Iguodala, kicking out. Nick Young wide open for 3, puts it in. Nick Young from downtown, and Golden State leads by 9. An 11-0 run, and it looks like we have a quick foul there on Chris Paul. 0.3 of a second to go, and it looks like that will send him to the line, I believe. PJ Tucker arguing, believe that he was fouled. Or no, it'll be a side out here. He was arguing that it was in the act of shooting, so this will be a side out. Or actually, an offensive foul was called on Houston. It was my bad. I'm without volume here. Don't know what's going on. But Golden State with a 31-22 lead after the first quarter, ending the quarter on an 11-0 run after it was back and forth for much of the first 10 minutes. 31-22 in favor of Golden State. Kevin Durant leading the way with 8 for the Warriors. It's Eric Gordon with 8 for Houston. And we'll be back shortly. All right, back here in Oakland as Golden State just picked up another quick bucket, 33-22 in the lead here. As Chris Paul in control, bounce pass inside to Ariza, thought about throwing it down, and the tip is good by Clint Capella. Once again, wreaking havoc in the paint for the Houston Rockets. Livingston bringing the ball up the floor for Golden State. Livingston pulling up for a baseline J that won't go, and the rebound for Chris Paul. Paul quickly to Tucker and back to Chris Paul. 33 years old, the Wake Forest icon in the mid-2000s. Has become one of the best point guards to ever do it. Quick pass inside to Capella, a little give and go inside. Capella's rebound tip wouldn't go, and the rebound for Young, and it looks like a foul will be called after the play on Chris Paul. So it'll be Golden State ball here, 33-24, Warriors in the lead. Capella with 9 points so far. James Harden getting a rest here to start the second, and it'll be Stephen Curry out there with Livingston, Green, Thompson, and Young. Curry driving inside, gets it blocked by Gerald Green. Paul quickly over to Green. Green pulling up for three. gets it to go. Gerald Green from downtown, his first field goal of the game, and it's back to 6. Couple quick buckets here by Houston. Both teams 3 of 11 from three-point range. Curry now watched by Ariza. Driving inside. Curry 1 of 6 from 3 so far. Here's Thompson with 5 to shoot. Thompson moving inside. Turns around. Quick shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound Green. Thompson off the rebound and he gets it to go. Quick release there from Klay Thompson. And a great play by Draymond Green to make it possible. Back up to 8 is the lead. 35-27 in favor of Golden State. Green, Gordon, Paul, Capella, and Ariza for Houston. Gordon working in on Nick Young. Gordon takes a couple of steps and he will get that one to go, but it looks like the foul was for the shot, so a side out for Houston. And how about that tip by Draymond Green right into the hands of Klay Thompson, who has one of the quickest releases of anybody to ever do it, and is able to quickly tip that one back in. Green with 5.6 rebounds and 3 assists so far. Gerald Green over to Chris Paul. Paul going to shake off Thompson, loses his handle, and it looks like you picked up a foul right there. Klay Thompson on the foul. Steve Kerr not happy with that call. It'll be another side out for Houston. 9:42 to go in the second. Ariza now guarded by Curry. Switching it off. Gordon the 3. Well short. That one didn't get any rim. I don't know if a defender got a piece of it or not. Green moving back into Thompson. Thompson guarded by Capella. Now Green driving in. Back out to Thompson. Thompson guarded by Paul. Quick shot. In and out. Livingston on the putback gets it to go. And Golden State so far in the second quarter putting up some second chance points. They now lead by 10. It's 37-27. And a timeout on the floor by Mike D'Antoni. It's Golden State by 10, 9:17 to go. right, welcome back here to the Oracle Arena as the Warriors have opened up a 10-point lead here in the second quarter, of course, ending that first quarter on an 11-0 run, and they've certainly started off well here in the second. Just around 3 minutes gone here. The Rockets have been 2 of 12 in their last 16 possessions from the field with 4 turnovers. There was Green, a jumper from the elbow. That one will bounce in and out. Looney, the rebound, out there with Draymond Green, Shaun Livingston, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson. Curry has had his struggles from the field so far. Livingston now guarded by Ariza, over to Thompson. Oh, he fakes the shot. Green back to Thompson, takes the shot, can't get it to go, and the rebound will be picked up by Ariza. Harden back the other way for Houston. James Harden, the presumptive league MVP this year, losing his dribble, getting inside, can't get the layup to go, and the rebound is picked up by Curry. Now Livingston waiting for some help to catch up and was fouled by Gerald Green. 8:20 to go here, and there is Mike D'Antoni showing some frustration right before that timeout was called. D'Antoni has long been one of the better coaches in the NBA, but perhaps infamously has not won a championship. Of course, was coached with those really, really good Phoenix Suns teams led by Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire back in the mid to late 2000s. Thompson now guarded by Paul, turning around, and Paul takes it right from him, bouncing it off Thompson to go out of bounds. And a brilliant basketball play right there by Chris Paul, showing his years of experience. Good defense there on Klay Thompson, is able to block the ball right out as he's going out of bounds, bounces it off his body to ensure possession. 8 minutes to go here in the second. Houston still trailing by 10. Paul now with Looney on him, which has been a matchup we've seen numerous times in this game. Now out to Ariza. Ariza looking to work past Durant. Now in the paint, kicks it out. Tucker a three, but Ariza will be called on the travel. So Houston with another turnover. 7:49 to go here in the second. 8 turnovers for Houston, just 4 for Golden State. Livingston working his way in. Thompson back to Livingston. Livingston, a quick shot, and that won't go. Rebound for Capella. Harden moving back the other way for Houston. A little bit of stagnation here in the last couple of minutes. Now Harden with a dribble pass. Looney lays it up, but can't get it to go, and it looks like a very late whistle we called on Kevon Looney. Kerr looking up at the Jumbotron. Harden had his hands up as he was fouling through, and it looks like the whistle was blown just after. And there was contact there with Looney getting his hand across the arms of James Harden. So the first trip to the free throw line. And Harden will knock down the free throw. Harden will hit both at the line. 37-29 the score. 7:20 to go in the second. Thompson and Green exchange here. Durant with Harden guarding. Going to move himself past. Gets inside. Iguodala fakes a corner three. Moves inside and gets it to go. Getting to lose the defender and stepping inside for the baseline jumper. The lead back to 10. And Gordon with a nice move inside. Can't get it. There's Tucker, a corner three. That will go. And P.J. Tucker, who's been on fire this postseason from downtown, continues as he hits his first three-pointer of the game. 39-32. Houston cutting it back within 7. 6.5 to go here in the second. Durant for three. Knocks it down. Kevin Durant from downtown, and a perfect answer For the Golden State Stars, it's back to 10. Harden now will look to respond. Quick pass inside to Tucker, fakes a jumper, kicks it back outside to Gordon. Gordon now moving in, and that ball is loose. Gordon wanted a foul, but instead it'll just be picked up by Golden State. Draymond Green bringing the ball up the floor, faking for Durant from way downtown. And that bounces on the back rim. Could not quite get the bounce that he famously did against the Houston Rockets as a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder in a game winner back in 2012. Had a ball that bounced well above the backboard and back into the rim. That last shot looked like it took the same trajectory as Harden. Once again, could not finish on a layup. And that has happened numerous times tonight where he's had pretty good looks. Green now kicking it back out for Durant. Curry getting a rest right now. Green over to Thompson with the mid-range jumper, bounces in. Beautiful touch there by Klay Thompson, and the lead is up to 12, the largest of the game for Golden State. 6 of 14 from the field for the Warriors in the quarter. The Rockets are 3 of 13. Harden now moving past Bell and gets it up and in. James Harden moving his way inside. It's a 10-point game once again. And James Harden now 2 of 7 from the field. And there was a timeout on the floor, 4:58 to go, and Golden State has been in control so far in this one. 44-34, 4:58 to go. right, back here in Oakland to finish off the second quarter. It is a 44-34 lead for Golden State. That one will be inbounded to Andre Iguodala. Now Draymond Green getting a man down. James Harden. Green, alley-oop to Iguodala. Couldn't get it off, but then the putback will go. That won't count, though. Iguodala was fouled, so he'll head to the free throw line on his putback attempt. So Iguodala making his first trip to the free throw line. He'll knock down the first. And the second, 46-34 Golden State, who took control late in the first quarter. And while Houston has kept it close on the scoreboard in the second, Golden State has maintained firm control of this game. There's another Rockets turnover right there. Green floating it inside to Durant, a contested jumper. That won't go. Chris Paul the rebound. And that's the thing, is that Golden State has gotten a lot of good looks and misses. Tucker could not finish on the layup, and Curry quickly back the other way. Curry over to Iguodala. Iguodala bounce pass to Durant. He loses that. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon, so it will remain Golden State ball. What I was saying is that Golden State has gotten a lot of really quality looks and missed on a lot of them, and yet they are still up 12. So if you're the Houston Rockets, that is perhaps the most discouraging sign, on top of the numerous wide open missed layups that the Rockets have had thus far in this game, shooting 34% from the field. There's a three from Green. That won't go. Rebound picked up by Tucker. Houston really in need of a good run to close the quarter. Harden now watched by Curry. Harden working inside, falling down, and there is Paul with an open three. That won't go. Chris Paul picking up his own rebound. Kicks it back out. Tucker over to Harden, and the defense is caught up, so no open looks off of that frenzy. Harden in isolation on Jordan Bell. Gets past him, draws the foul, and it does not look like that shot will count, but he will head to the line for two. And there's another look. The defense on the layups tonight for Golden State, on top of the fact that Houston's just missed a lot of good looks. There was one of them right there by James Harden, right in on Jordan Bell, had him beat and just could not finish. That's 11 missed layups and dunks so far tonight for the Rockets, and certainly a reason as to why they're trailing by 12. And it looks like we have another foul on the floor, this one on Stephen Curry. So that will send a Rocket to the line. 3:35 to go in the second. They will be in the bonus from here on out as Stephen Curry picks up the foul, that one being Curry's second. So Trevor Ariza at the free throw line for Houston. So he'll hit the first. 46-35 the score. 19 points for Ariza, 7 of 9 from the field. And he'll knock in the second. 46-36 in favor of Golden State. Stephen Curry over to Draymond Green. Now Durant inside. Curry fakes a three on Ariza. Steps in and back to Green. Curry another three. That won't go. 1 of 7 from three-point range. That will go out of bounds. And that's in the first half. So the struggles for Stephen Curry continue. Is yet to get into a rhythm in this series. The Rockets are 4 of 16 from the field in this quarter. Golden State 6 of 17. That goes into James Harden. Harden, Euro step, one-hand pass from Tucker to Ariza into Paul. Paul gets fouled, driving in on Draymond Green, and he will head to the line for two. And Houston doing a lot more to try and draw contact and make something happen going towards the post. And Paul misses the first free throw, a rare miss at the free throw line for Chris Paul, whose percentage has hovered around 90% for most of his career. Paul will connect on the second. 1 of 2 at the line for CP3, a 9-point lead for Golden State. So a little under 3 minutes to go here in the second. Golden State by 9. Curry now driving in on Harden, stepping back for a long 2. That won't go either. And the rebound picked up by Tucker. Struggles continue for Curry. Spin around by Paul, blocked by Iguodala. And they're going to call that a goaltend, but Andre Iguodala showing some elevation there, but that ball certainly was on the way down. Taking another look at that, and the correct call made there by the officials, but nonetheless, some hustle and athleticism there from the 34-year-old, still getting Iggy with it. 7-point lead for Golden State. Green and Curry exchange. Curry guarded by Gordon. And now Green, beautiful behind the back pass to Curry on his way in for 2. And another beautiful feed by Draymond Green, who has been showing that all night. As James Harden now looking to drive in on Stephen Curry. The Stars have been struggling so far, and Curry almost picked his pocket. He still has it with less than 10. Harden, Euro step inside. The layup, that one will finally get the bounce for James Harden. And the lead back to 7, 48-41, Golden State, under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Thompson a 3, no good. Curry the rebound, back out to Green. And now Durant will try. That's no good. Short on the shot. Neither team has had it going from 3-point range. James Harden now. Thompson guarding, looking for the Gordon screen. Wanting that switch back onto Curry. And Harden loses his handle. And that will go out of bounds. Golden State ball. Minute 30 to go. Take another look at that play right there. Beautiful pass from Draymond Green. And Curry gets around the double team in the post and was able to lay that one up and in. And he'll bring the ball up the floor for Golden State with 1:20 to go here in the opening half. Thompson inside to Durant. Durant around 16 feet away. Back on Ariza, turns around. Baseline jumper is good for Kevin Durant, and he brings the lead back up to 9, 50-41. Houston trying to attack in transition. Golden State getting back in time, and now Paul over to Gordon. Gordon stepping back for 3, no good. Rebound for Durant, and Golden State with a chance to bring this back up to double digits. Durant driving inside. Oh, what a move by Kevin Durant. Beautiful ball fake up and under on the rim. And Kevin Durant brings the lead back to 11, showing that speed that he still has. 15 in the first half for KD. Paul, Ariza faking the 3, driving inside, puts it up, can't get it to go, and another missed layup for Houston. Around a 10.5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Curry quickly, can't get it to go, but he's fouled by P.J. Tucker, and Stephen Curry will head to the free throw line. And check out this. Kevin Durant spins around on Ariza, gets the turnaround jumper right there, and on the very next possession, blows by James Harden and Chris Paul on his way to the rim and goes up and under for the finish. And Kevin Durant can do it all. 52-41 in favor of the Warriors as Curry knocks down the free throw, brings it up to a 12-point lead, tying for the largest of the night so far. And Houston just with a lot of really good looks, a lot of good opportunities, and have just not been able to find any rhythm as Curry hits both at the line. The 13-point lead is the largest of the night for Golden State. 9 points, 3 of 11 shooting for Stephen Curry so far. Harden slowing it down around a 4-second shot clock and a game clock difference, looking for their final shot. Harden now handling it on Young, stepping back for 3. No good, but he was fouled on the shot. So James Harden is going to head to the free throw line for 3. 6.6 to go here in the half. Taking another look at this, clearly stepping back for 3 and a little bit of contact there on the wrist, but really just looked like Bell was fouling through on the contest. Harden knocks down the first and can bring this back to 10. 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists so far from James Harden on 3 for 8 shooting from the field. Coming off of a 27-point performance in Game 2, he misses a second. Draymond Green and Nick Young will check back in as Jordan Bell and Iguodala will head to the bench. Harden 2 of 3 at the line. It's an 11-point game. Thompson bringing it up with 4. Thompson with 3. Thompson with 2. It's Green at the buzzer. It's short. And Golden State will carry an 11-point lead into the half. They lead 54-43 at the intermission. Houston shooting 34.9% from the field, just 4 of 15 from 3. Harden leading Houston scorers with 11 points. Chris Paul just 3 points with 7 rebounds and assists and a block so far. And for Golden State, despite Stephen Curry's 1 of 7 shooting from 3, Kevin Durant's 15 points and Andre Iguodala's 10 lead the Warriors to an 11-point lead despite 22% shooting from downtown. All right, thank you everybody for tuning in to my first half play-by-play. Make sure to subscribe for 5 days a week podcast and hopefully some more play-by-play calls as well. But thank you everybody for tuning in.